Alright, we're back. Unfortunately I got disrupted while making the first part of this video.
I think the little power sub thingy has blown up. We've got no power.
With this weather I had to actually go out and sort out some electrical issues due to the rain and storms. Anyway, it's back. Alright, so we're up to next box. So I went through the lures. Then I've got another two boxes that I keep handy. Actually this one's got a logo on it. So these hooks here, because I do a lot of kingy fishing, mainly got a box that I keep all my hooks that I use for kingfish. And the different sizes are basically based on the size of the live bait that I've got at the time and the size of the kingfish. So ranging from these 9.0s down to 7.0s, live baiting hooks that I need to update. So these 5.0s, what have I got here? These are 9.0s also, and 8.0s. So I've got a range. Some of them are mustard hooks. I've also used in the past Gamakatsus, and I've got some owners, and some are, so the owners here, inline circle hooks that I use even for live baiting for marlin and so on. So got a variety. I actually need to update this box because looks like I'm low on a lot of these hooks for kingy fishing. But basically that's handy so that I can read quickly and I know that box has got what I need for my kingfish stuff. Then I've got my general hook box. So just all the basics, different size hooks, small to large, variety of mustards and all sorts of varieties of hooks that I've gathered over the years. Long shanks, short, circles, swivels, different types of swivels, a few more trebles, spare ones. What do we got in here? So those cross swivels, the tri swivels, some snap swivels that I've got. So again, this is where I normally go, and normally I've got my, probably running around the boat somewhere. All my stuff for reef fishing basically would be in here. So normally I've got some mustard 4.0s and 5.0s in here that I mainly use for snapper fishing and mowies and flathead and so on. So these 4 containers sit in my bag ready to go, which are easily accessible and transportable when I need to go away from my boat. Here, just full of lures. This one here is mainly full of soft plastics. Now, haven't really done a lot of soft plastic stuff, and you probably haven't seen much of it on any of the videos, but I do have a box of it, and every now and then we pull it out, especially for kingfish when they get a bit fussy. These big long white plastics are fantastic for the kings around the markers and so on. When you're sort of having a slow day, I just tie one up, throw it, and every now and then you hook up onto a kingy. Varieties, these ones are from Savage, these ones are Z-Mans, got Gulps, Pro Fijis, what's these, Squidgies, sorry. So there's a big variety of different types that I've used over the years. Some more Gulps in there. So for the kingies, it's mainly using these big white, coloured, like a strip of squid, which I use for targeting the kingfish, and then obviously the little ones here and so on I use for flathead sometimes in the estuaries, okay, if I do any of that, but I haven't been doing much of that lately. Now this is what I'm actually excited to look at, all the different lures I've got. So I've got this big Rapala that I run when I'm tuna or marlin fishing, okay, or if I know there's some big kings around. This deep diver, it's an X-Rap Magnum 30. A lot of Rapalas, I love the Rapalas, in the smaller size of the same thing. Rapalas, okay, sometimes for tailor and all those sorts of things in the harbour, some more chrome lures, big magnum lures. Even got some classic Halcos. Okay, used those over the years. I've got them all in the red and white's my favourite. I've got a few, as you notice, you know, red and white seem to be the go-to to lure. Where these are more like your mackerel style. I like them looking like the fish or bait fish that they're actually trapping at the time. Some poppers, and a couple of knife jigs, okay, that I've stocked over the years. These ones are quite large. So this one is I think that might be 300. This one's a 400 gram, and these two in here are 300 grammers. So when I'm out at 12 mile and a lot of current, sometimes you need the big jigs to get down there. So that's the box of lures that I keep. And I still haven't found the fight for my favourite lure, my little Rapala. Right, let me have a look if I've got my favourite lure in here. What do we got now? Some rubbish from the last trip. Need to put these somewhere. There's some sabiki, that's what I catch my live bait on. Quite often I'll cut these in half because they've got, what, 6 hooks on them. And I'll cut them so they're 3 and 3, one, so I've got 2 sets, but mostly so it eliminates tangling. If you have too many hooks, you hook a couple at the same time. If you've got a couple of 6 hooks going, quite often you end up spending more time untangling them, so I'll cut them in half. Some beakies. There's the secret lure, but the lure's not actually in there. One of those little X-wraps. Some trebles. Not trebles, sorry. These are my gang hooks. Mainly I use it for my beach fishing, so I don't know why it's in this bag here. But gang hooks for my tailor fishing and salmon fishing off the boat. Some spare leader. What else have we got in here? There's some little soft plastic. Sometimes I'll go to these little suckers here, these little white again, imitate squid. The kingfish are really tough to get. I can sit them down. There's my mustard bait holder hooks. I use bait holders for my snapper fishing because it helps those little bits of on the bait holders. You notice that there's the little bits there to hold. That's why they're called a bait holder. Hold the bait a bit better. Especially when a fish or a snapper or a flathead grabs it, doesn't quite grab the bait. You don't lose it as quickly, especially when you're fishing in 40 and 60 metres of water. Keep losing bait, it's difficult. Some more bait holders. These are busted. Sometimes I even just go to the Jarvis Walkers when I've got a bulk pack because they do the job. Some more jigs here for catching live bait. So I carry a different size because offshore, when you're looking for marlin bait, the little jigs aren't going to be sufficient. The big slimies are going to snap the leader or the line on these, and these have got bigger hooks, and the line class is a lot stronger. So these are some bigger ones. What else have I got in here? Tangled lines plus another lure that I use. Some more bait jigs. What else have we got? Swivels. So normally these are kept in these boxes handy, ready to go. There's some more kingy hooks. You can see with the type of fishing I've got, it's all sitting in this bag that I've done. So these are 6.0 owners. SSW inline circle hooks. There's one of my jigs. This is one of the jigs that I've created. I'm still testing them at the moment. This bad weather hasn't allowed me to do a lot of jigging in the last sort of 6 months to a year, but hopefully eventually I can get these out to everyone. These are 100 gram jigs, and I've caught a few little kings on them, but still in testing. What else have I got? Oh, there's a secret weapon. Some old hooks from king fishing. You would have noticed that I've put every now and then a few posts. There's the zippy jig there by Mustad, and I find these little jigs awesome on the kings in close. Okay, so when it's shallower water, these are an 80 grammer, and I've caught a fair few kings on these sippy jigs. So again, I like to keep it simple. There's nothing too flashy. You know, at the end of the day, leader, hooks, swivels, your fishing rods and all sorts of things, obviously. But keep it as simple as possible, because the last thing you want to do on the water, you know, is untangling stuff, trying to find things. And I know in this bag here, in the 4 boxes, I've pretty much got everything I need. I'm not searching through the boat, especially when it's choppy and rough and so on. Short sleeve shirt. Now I'm in the long sleeve. You can get the long sleeve BaldMan shirts available online, www.baldmanfishing.com.au. Subscribe to the channel. We're on Instagram, we're on everything. Follow, ask me questions, happy to answer, and we'll see you on the water.